Guys, what's going on? Welcome back here to another edition of Intuitive Angling, and man, I really appreciate you guys checking today's video out. Today we've got the third and final installment in our series on lure finish colors. A couple days ago, we talked about the flat finishes, and then we talked about the metallic finishes, and today we're going to be talking about the see-through translucent finishes, and when you guys want to fish those under what conditions. So anyway, for getting started, guys, just a couple quick housekeeping tips. Just wanted to remind y'all, if you're interested in becoming a channel member, that's a really good way to support the channel. You get extra videos every week that aren't seen by the public as a member, access to my personal email address, and to become a member, just go to my YouTube homepage, and at the bottom right corner, you'll see a little play button on there. Just click that. It says Intuitive Memberships. That gives you all the information. And also, I'd like to invite you to check out our View Product Shopping tab. At the bottom of the screen, when the video comes on, you'll see a thing that says View Products. It's just some products I think you guys might be interested in checking out. That's a really good way to support the channel, and just click on those products twice, and the channel gets credit for that. So much appreciated there. Okay, guys, translucent finishes. The translucent finishes they're sort of a lure category. I'm guessing they're the last ones to come about in the overall evolution of lure colors. You know, the flat finishes, the matte finishes, the metallic finishes have been out for a long time. But these, the translucent, which is basically the see-through ones, where see my finger behind there, these are relatively new. They've been out for like 20 years. And they are among the most consistent fish producers out there. And the reason they are is a translucent or clear-sided finish like this. This is a subtle bait, and it tends to catch the fish that aren't near as aggressive, aren't near as active. There's definitely a place in there. And I use, out of the three, the matte finishes, the metallics, and the translucents, I probably use the translucents more than any of them. It just seems like they work in a wide range of conditions, and they catch inactive bass. So here's the thing about it, and what we've talked about with the other ones. It's all about your water clarity. It's about the water temperature a little bit, and it's about the sunlight conditions that you have. Those three factors together as far as when you want to use the translucent colors. The number one consideration that I consider with a translucent color is you need some clean water. I like to have water visibility of at least 3 feet. Anytime I'm fishing water visibility over 3 feet, unless it's a really nasty, cloudy, rainy type day, I'm using some type of translucent see-through finish like this. What happens in a deal like that, in clear water, when those fish study a bait and when they get close to it, a translucent side is simply more natural looking. It's sort of like a subtle color. It's like a green pumpkin in a soft plastic. It's a neutral color. It doesn't stand out too much. It tends to blend in a little bit. And in the clear water environments, when those fish can really see well, a translucent lure simply is more appealing to them. It looks more realistic a lot of times. The other times you want to use it is the water clarities can be closer to like to the 3 feet zone, a little bit more off colored. And those are the days you want to use it on the really bright conditions. Like if you have bluebird conditions with not much wind, those are ideal scenarios for a translucent color. Now, I'll give you guys an example. This is really important in jerkbait fishing. There's been so many situations where I've been fishing like a metallic or flat finish jerkbait, and I'll have a lot of fish that I see come up behind the bait, and like I'll get ready to pull my bait out of the water and one follows it in, or I may hook one and lose it, or I may hook one and jump it off, sort of the ones that are real tentative on a jerkbait. Most of the time, if I go to a translucent color jerkbait over a brighter color, I will get those fish to eat that bait. And it's the same way with the crankbait, any type of crankbait, lipless crankbait, anything like that. If you have problems with losing fish or getting short striking fish, a lot of times going to a translucent will work really well. Now, also about that is a translucent color works really good in clear water if you have the nasty days as well. And one of the things I like to do when I'm fishing a translucent lure in clear water, if it's nasty, rainy, is I like to have a little bit of chartreuse on it. Just like a little chartreuse on the side, maybe just a little bit on the tail. I'll put like some spike it markers and I'll put a little chartreuse on it. And that seems to really, you get a lot more strikes if you have those little bit darker days. But overall, guys, the times that you want to use the translucent colors are after front comes in, where you got bright conditions, clear water. Those are going to be your prime two elements. Also, a translucent lure will work really good in the coldest water temperatures. If you've got your water temperatures down in the 40s, like in the wintertime, and you've got, that water visibility of at least 3 feet, those translucent colors will really excel in those colder waters. I don't catch as many fish on them like in the middle of the summer for whatever reason. I think the fish are keyed a little bit more on shad, but a translucent lure closely resembles some type of a small bait fish, and it's just a really good way to catch finicky fish. So anyway, guys, I hope that gives you all a foundation over our last 3 videos on when to use what color. Ultimately, you can start with this, but you just have to let the fish tell you, man. If you're not getting bit on one color, go against the grain and try something different for another 10 or 15 minutes until you hit on what those fish want specifically that time of day, because the sun angle is constantly changing, the wind's constantly changing, the way that the sunlight penetrates the water changes throughout the course of the day, and a lot of times you have to change up your color to keep the fish going on that. So anyway, appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll talk later. See you.